Okay, gonna do a hat cam with the on the PT-17. Get the battery plugged in just to put a new battery in it. Had me a cup of coffee while my brother was flying. Plug in the old battery. Eventually gonna have to get a bunch of new batteries. Get her plugged in. Okay. Lid back on. There we go. Throttle cuts on. Check everything. Okay. Little hat cam of the PT-17. She's an old baby, but it is fun to fly. Up, down, right, left. Throttle cut on. Throttle cut off. Okay. Away we go. Yeah, she's a little lighter on the wing without that GoPro on the wing. Yeah, without that GoPro on the wing, it don't take a whole lot of flies a lot lighter. Watch that downwind turn. Do some low-level figure eights with this baby. Yeah, I got the ailerons turned up a little higher than what the Decathlon is. This one don't quite lose as much altitude as the Decathlon does when you're doing these figure eights. When you level out, you got to give it down elevator to kind of keep it at the same altitude in the figure eight. But these are fun. Keeps you nimble on the sticks. Here's a fun little airplane. Boy, I bet you I got probably a couple hundred hours on this. They discontinued this years ago. I don't know why. Maybe they'll bring it back. I'd like to see a little bit bigger one, like a 1.5. Well, I've done a lot of in-flight videos with a GoPro mounted on the top wing. But it sure eats up the batteries when that GoPro on the top of the wing sure eats up the sparkles. Huh. There we go. Love doing these low-level figure eights. Makes my brother nervous.
That's why I'm not watching.
He don't like watching when I'm doing these. Keeps you nimble. Keeps you working the sticks, that's for sure. And with a light breeze, you want to make sure you keep up enough speed on that downwind leg. There's about half throttle. Yeah, figure eights are fun to do. Yeah, we'll take her up there and check out my timer. Take her up there so I can look at the timer. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and land. That's this one with the biplane. It eats up the old sparkles a lot more than what the Decathlon does. You know, watch out for the take it out there, make my corner, kind of drop it in here just a little bit, drain off a little altitude out there. Okay, yeah, we'll come in, try to make a landing without bouncing her this time. A little bit of throttle. There we go. I like that landing much better. Had to give it a little extra rudder because of them darn parking blocks.
Well, as long as you're not flying, we're safe. See, we're safe, I can't do that.
Hello, how are you today? Doing a little bit of hat camming. I got my GoPro on my cap.
I was gonna say, that was pretty smooth there.
Yeah, I'll keep practicing until I can get that down about 3 foot off the ground doing them figure 8s. It makes my brother nervous. He won't even watch me do those. You have a good day. Thank you. Throttle cut on, hat cam, go ahead and turn it off. Finally getting used to operating these GoPros again. What do they say? You don't use it, you lose it. Okay, camera off.